I'm like sweating. I'm so overexcited. Oh, who am I? Who am I? What am I doing? This is the reality of being a business owner. You kind of just like do these crazy things, and then when it actually comes to crunch time and you're actually doing something like picking up the keys for your studio, you kind of freak out a little bit. I think people have this misconception of me, like following me on Instagram. They think I have all of my stuff together. They think I'm like so confident, and the truth is, no matter what stage you are in business, whether you're brand new, whether you've been in it for like 4 years like I have, there's always going to be a new challenge. There's always going to be something that scares you, and for me, like going live on Instagram doesn't scare me anymore. Kind of filming in public like this with a million people walking past my car maybe scares me a little bit, and maybe I just feel a bit awkward, but like there's stuff like that that would have terrified me a few years ago, and it doesn't anymore. But there is nothing quite like the feeling of coming up with a business idea and then presenting that to the world, being like, hey, I think this is really cool, when I'm in the comfort of my own living room or office. And now that I'm telling other people about it, I'm like, hey, I'm Spaggy. Anyway, this is gonna be a little behind the scenes, behind the business, real and raw vlog about opening my content studio. I've just picked up the keys after like almost 3 months of back and forth and signing a lease, and it's finally happened. It's been a long time in the making, and yeah, we're doing this. No going back now. Welcome to Mackenzie Studios. This is the space. I don't think I'll talk too long to you in here today because it's like super echoey, but it is just super exciting to finally have the keys so I can actually get the ball rolling. The goal is to have this open end of July, so we've got a month and a half to deck it out. I also just really want to go home and reserve like the website name, trademarking, some of that kind of stuff. There's so many things, like so many boring admin things behind the scenes, like registering the company, opening up new bank accounts, websites, all of that stuff is so boring, and I can't wait to get into the fun stuff of like actually buying furniture and things. The 22nd of June, and I've decided today is the day that I'm going to announce the studio on my Instagram and officially launch it. Now, we won't open for customers until like the 29th, 30th, probably like the 1st of August to be fair. So 29th of July we're going to have our launch party. But my whole point of wanting to launch the Instagram now is to really document the whole process and build all of the hype so people can see me, you know, getting the keys on the first day. They can see me choosing the furniture, decorating, building the bookcase, all of that kind of stuff. And I've been holding off announcing it just because I was trying to get all my ducks in a row with like my business bank account open, my insurance, and to be honest, that stuff is taking so long. Like it's been 2 weeks since I like last filmed on the vlog here, and it's just really starting to annoy me, and I just want to get started. So I'm gonna basically hold off putting anything in the studio, obviously, until I'm insured, in case, you know, there's a fire and it burns down my sofas and stuff like that, or in case there's a break-in. All of those kind of worst case scenarios. I'm gonna wait until we've got the proper insurance, until we've got the security cameras, all of that kind of jazz. But I just want to start promoting it and marketing it and getting into it. So fingers crossed, all of that stuff is going to be worked out in the next 5 or so days anyway. I've been back to the studio a couple more times since I last filmed with you guys, and I've been collecting up more video clips, more bits of b-roll, doing more daily vlogs for Instagram and TikTok. So this is where, for me, starting a business, like my skills really shine. Like my day job, my OG business is all about social media marketing. So I really feel like I can market the hell out of this business. And yeah, I also wanted to capitalize just being in a really good mood and feeling really confident about the business, because I'm not gonna lie, it has been a bit up and down. I've had days where I feel very, I'm not gonna lie, stressed and anxious and scared of launching this. So yeah, I want to capitalize on this sort of feeling of this week, feeling really positive and feeling really confident, and I'm like, let's get this out there into the world. And because it's the 22nd, would be essentially a month and a couple of days away from when we'd probably open to accepting bookings, and then the bookings would hopefully start from August 1st. So for me, I think a month, 4 weeks is kind of really ideal for building hype. So to me, it's really important whenever I'm starting sort of any new business or entrepreneurial adventure, new revenue stream, it's really important for me to do my research. And for the studio, I've written like a full business plan. I've done financial forecasting. I've done some customer research. So shout out to any of you guys watching who I know on Instagram, and I shoulder tapped to fill out this form because there were a couple of you that I messaged being like, hey, help a girl out with my market research. I also started listing things like we needed to buy. I have actually completely changed the brand logo and colors since I did that. But what I've been doing the last few days, which is super exciting, is drafting up the floor plan. A lot of our studios here in New Zealand are white-walled studios for photographers, and I really want to bring a space that is specifically for content creators, influencers, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs like me who need a space to create content, because that is a huge part of running a business. We just have to be a content machine, and that can be really hard when you're working in your own space. Like even me, I'm like trying to set up this shot and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got mess in the background, I've got a plate for my lunch, I've probably got a dirty mug somewhere else, like there's always mess on my desk. And it's really stressful sometimes filming in your own house. And when you get out into a content studio where you have the props at the ready, where you've got beautiful backdrops, where you've got cozy armchairs and little fake office setups, I should say, it just makes it so much easier and faster, more efficient for your business to create content. So that is the vision with Mackenzie Studios. These are the first few pieces of furniture and it looks so good. This corner is very like neutral. What? You can lie in the bath. Bath in the middle. We have officially gone live on Instagram with Mackenzie Studios. It's been a few days now. I didn't like vlog the actual day, but oh my god, I'm so overwhelmed. Like I had quite a lot of fear around like how many people in New Zealand actually follow me, because for the last 3 years I've very much been focused on building my US audience for my agency and for my online courses, and I was kind of like, oh, you know, like I haven't been actively trying to grow my following on New Zealand, and do the people that, you know me from back in my magazines days still, you know, follow? Are they going to be interested? So I was a little bit nervous in that sense, but the response has been so incredible, like more incredible than I actually could have imagined. So many lovely comments, so many lovely DMs, people messaging being like, I want to book the studio now, and I'm like, oh sorry, like we don't have a website or anything yet. And my whole vision with the marketing of this is to do this whole like pre-launch period really well, to actually document setting up the entire studio for a month before we open for bookings, just to get people super excited and really build the connection with our customer base as well. You know, if they're the ones that actually help pick out the furniture and help decorate the space, you know, vote in my Instagram polls. It's been a few weeks, and as you can see, there have been some updates to the studio. We're slowly getting there. Let me show you one of the most exciting things. We have installed some fairy lights. Wait for this. Ta-da! When I say this took literally like 3 days, it really did. We have also finished the beautiful wall paneling Got some new furniture in. It's all starting to come together. This isn't really styled properly. I've just been taking a few different videos for our social media pages, and we were also working on the bookcase the other day, so I kind of moved everything out of the way of that. As you can see, this is still a bit of a work in process. We need to do some painting on the middle panels, obviously put all the shelves in, and then we're adding a trim to the top and bottom. I need to paint the little shelf brackets, but I'm really pleased with how this looks. Just overall gives the bookcase more of this grand feel. It's a bit higher, and it's really transformed like the flat pack furniture, thanks to my Uncle Don, who basically did the whole base and come to help install everything, and he did cut all these strips for us. So very grateful for that. And yeah, we're gonna finish it up with the trim, and it's gonna look so good when it's all painted up. Look at that lighting. It's so good. Just ignore all the rubbish over there. So my job today is, speaking of rubbish, to do some cleaning. I really want to get this space like cleaned, deep clean. I'm talking like the windowsills, all the skirting boards need wiping down. We've still obviously got a bit of construction going on, so we'll need to do like a final clean. We are now officially under 2 weeks to launch, so there's still a lot to do. I'm having issues with like some of my stuff not arriving. I ordered literally these prints to go on the wall like 5 weeks ago, and they never shipped them. We've had a few hiccups along the way this past week, which has been quite stressful, which I won't go into all of the boring details, but yeah, running a business, there's so many things that happen behind the scenes that you don't know about on social media, and yeah, it's been a lot for the old mindset to manage, but we're getting there. So that's today's update. I'm gonna get into some cleaning. I'm gonna film a little cleaning vlog for TikTok, so if you like cleaning montages, you can go watch there. We officially open in 2 days. The place is a mess, but we have quite a few updates since I last filmed for the YouTube channel. We've had a couple of big late nights setting up furniture, cleaning, hanging picture frames. A lot has been happening, and I've kind of been too busy to vlog. I'm trying to do lots of TikToks because we've got some really good traction on TikTok, so I want to make the most of that. But today I'm finally feeling like really excited and happy again. I was very nervous yesterday. We had some issues with some like dumping and rubbish around near the entrance to the studio, and it was just stressing me out, but that's been sorted, so I'm very happy. And this morning I've just spent this whole time styling the bookcase, which I'm obsessed with. It looks so good. I feel like I need more things to fill it, but I also want to make it so other people can fill the space themselves, so they can fill things that match their aesthetic, match their brand colors, and really make it their own as well. And I think that's the benefit with something like a bookcase, is it's going to actually end up looking different for everyone's different variations of colors, of objects, of the way that they use it, the desk, if they want to put a desk in front of it, if they just want to put something else, you know, a different chair in front of it, all of those things. It's going to make everyone's photos look really nice and different. We have also partnered with an amazing furniture company called Hawthorne Collections. They're a wholesaler here in Auckland. Excuse the slightly rumpled cushions, I've just been taking photos sitting there, but this couch is from them, and it is stunning. Incredibly grateful to have them gift us or loan us this couch. We've got a beautiful coffee table from them, as well as this paper mache bowl. By the way, they're not paying me to do this, to mention this, to hype them up. I just genuinely love their furniture. I contacted them to see if they would be interested in working together, and I needed some help decking out this insanely massive space. So they have come through in a big way, and I'm so grateful. This chair is also theirs, and it is stunning. Look at that leather. This couch has come from Facebook Marketplace. Got a mixture of real plants and fake plants. As you can see, we've still got lots of rubbish happening, but honestly, you should have seen this place yesterday. It's so much better. We put our bike, or my old bike, up on the wall, and this is another beautiful furniture piece from Hawthorne Collections. We're busy setting up for the launch party, so this is why these tables are running down the center of the room, but I'll update you tomorrow when this is looking a little bit more tidy and we're getting ready for launch. I have spent all week trying to build as much hype as possible on socials. I announced that we'll have like a 20% discount for launch, and people have been so lovely sharing. So many people sharing the reels to their stories, which I'm so grateful for, because I have started a whole brand new Instagram account for this, and that's always a bit of a mission. So what happens today is the website goes live. We haven't actually finished everything in the studio. A lot of little things, like I need to make a basket on the door for the swipe keys for the building. I need to add like the welcome book with some like instructions, some rules, little tips and snippets, and then also like a page of like a stock tracker. We've officially had one booking. My friend Esther, who I actually went to university with, and then she did the Dishing Up Digital School, she's booked in, and I gave her the website link early just so I could be like, hey, can you test this out and make sure like you get all the emails, that all the links work. And she did find one broken link, so that was super helpful. So last night I edited up the reels and content to post for today. Again, ideal world, I wanted to have all like a whole week's worth of content all planned out, but I just haven't had the time. This has been, as you can probably tell by my lack of vlogging, like this has been a huge undertaking, way bigger than I thought, more expensive than I thought as well, but a really rewarding journey. Oh my gosh, it's just reminded me because I leant on my arm. I fell down the stairs yesterday, which I'm so glad it happened to me and not a customer, because now we've put a handrail in. And my auntie did say to me like 2 weeks ago, Ellen, you need to put a handrail in here because I don't think it's actually legal, which of course should be a responsibility of the landlord, but don't even get me started on that one. And yeah, tonight we're hosting our launch party, which I'm so nervous about but so excited. I need to finish the cleaning, pack up all the tools. Again, this was stuff that we were gonna have done like literally last weekend, but we've just been installing handrails and hanging up pictures, everything at the last minute. So all of the tools and the ladders are still there, and I'm gonna put them and hide them in the shower and just some of the stuff away in the cupboards. And I've got a couple of things to take up today. I'm doing a photo shoot and I need to take up my dresses, and I just realized that it's 8:59 and I've been talking too long, so I have to put my reel up. Let's do this. Oh my god, 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 I'm late, I'm late. Why do I do this to myself? I had all of the time in the world. I set my alarm for 8 and then I lay in bed. Done. Okay, here we go. For sharing, for sharing. Okay, I pushed the share button. Eventually got everything live, and I'm trying not to like sit on my phone refreshing like bookings and comments today. I'm also trying to remind myself that part of the whole thing of starting this business was it doesn't matter if it fails, because it's all about the journey, it's all about having fun, it's all about challenging myself to do something like wild and crazy. Like, I mean, it's wild and crazy for me. And in the stressful moments this week, I definitely have forgotten that. Like when you see the money going out of your bank account, when like particular things have gone wrong that have really stressed me out. And I've had moments where like I even said to my mom, I was like, it's not fun anymore. Like I did this because even if it fails, at least it's a journey, it's fun, life is so short, like you've got to experience all of these things, and now it's not fun anymore. And today I really want to focus on that fun. Like I'm having a photo shoot, I've got my like dresses all hanging up ready to go, and I'm getting my makeup done, which is like a real treat, and I just want to enjoy the day. So I'm gonna try stay off social media because that's not what matters. It's not about how many bookings we get today. It's about how much fun I can have and what an adventure this is. I'm gonna have my glass of bubbles at the launch, and it's gonna be so much fun to just like celebrate with my family. Oh, I did write a to-do list for what I needed to pack today. Let's consult that. Red wine, oh my god, that would have been a big one to forget. Let me grab a shopping bag. My red wine should be in here somewhere. Okay, what else is on the list? Dresses, sunglasses, fairy lights, and bra. Okay, let's go sort this out. Yeah, that's look great. Everyone wave for the behind the scenes vlog. South African style. My parents are gonna love that. Open for business. It's actually been a week since the launch party and I didn't end up filming a whole bunch on my vlog camera. I kind of like underestimated how much like I would be talking to people, which I know sounds really dumb when I say that now, but like it kind of dawned upon me just as people were arriving. I was kind of like, oh wow, this is like my party, like I'm hosting this, like I have to be the host and talk to everyone, and it's not like I'm gonna have a few moments alone to like pick up my camera, because I'm like, that would look kind of rude because I've invited all these people and I need to chat. There were people I hadn't met before, so I had to introduce myself, and it was just this funny moment where I was like, huh, I am the host, like this is my night, this is a strange feeling. So yeah, I was very busy doing that. We had a good turnout. We had quite a few people unfortunately bail at the last minute, which was a little bit disappointing. Always frustrating when you're planning like an event and you know you've done all of this stuff around like catering and drinks and then people don't show up. But I did kind of over invite people because I did think that could happen, so definitely glad I did that. And for everyone that did come, thank you so much. I really appreciate the effort to come out to see the place, and I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, we've had around 10 bookings for the studio so far. People have booked in for both August and September, and we've also had quite a lot of interest for events. So we have a few people who are kind of in contact. They haven't signed on the dotted line, they haven't paid yet, but we've probably got about 3 different people wanting to host workshops, which I really hope, fingers crossed, they end up saying yes. And yeah, because I think this space is going to be great for workshops in particular. Oh, and I'm running my own workshop. I don't know if there'll be any spaces left by the time I put this video up, but if there is, it will be on my website or on the Mackenzie Studios website. Still have so many questions about the studio, so many things to figure out, so many things that I'm just like, oh my god, was this the worst decision ever? I'm still doubting myself a little bit. But it definitely is cool to see people actually booking, people actually coming in, and I'm gonna work really hard to just keep improving the space, keep making it the best space possible. I think it's really different for me coming from like an online business where there were literally no startup costs to then have like a proper business like this. Not saying that my past business wasn't proper, but I mean, it's not past, it's still a business. Dishing Up Digital is still a thing, but it's just very different in terms of the pressure to get content, to get customers, to watch the incoming and outgoings, because the outgoings are a lot larger, the investment was a lot larger. Rather than just paying for my Canva subscription, I now pay a monthly lease for the space. So the pressure is definitely there, and I'm feeling that a lot. But let me know if you guys would like me to continue these vlogs, sort of behind the scenes of building the studio, various different things that I'm working on. Let me know if you enjoy this kind of behind the business content. I like making this stuff because I feel like I can be super honest on YouTube and be like, I'm failing this week is hard, I'm struggling, versus definitely on Instagram everything's a little bit more curated. So let me know if you guys enjoyed this vlog, if you'd like to see another part 2, if you'd like to see more behind the business vlogs. Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye guys.